Good morning, aspirants. Hope you all are doing well, your days are going productive and you are doing excellent in your studies. अगर आप किसी कम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो एंड रिवीजन करने में आपको बहुत दिक्कत आता है तो दिस वीडियो इज़ फॉर यू। देखो, हमें क्या होता है जनरली प्रिपरेशन का एक ट्रेंड में ऐसा होता है कि हम नया जो चीज़ सीखते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल फर्स्ट टाइम वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग अ चैप्टर, दैट टाइम we are learning new things. So with that, our brain is so much active. So that time we do not feel bored. But with time we forget those things, obviously, because we are learning new things. So without revision we will be forgetting previous things. But when we go to the revision, we don't recall those topics. First we forget those things. Second, when we go to revision, that we don't like to do. We feel so much bored. Practically, myself, I face this problem a lot because when I start revising, I feel so boring. Even if I don't recall any formula from my notebook, which I'm going to revise, even I don't recall the concepts, even sometimes I forget the terms and terminologies. But when I am going to revise, I feel it's not interesting at all. So let's make it interesting. The approach I will be telling you must incorporate in your study routine to make your revision much effective. So I call it MCQ based revision. What you have to do? First, you have to take a book or material where you have some questions on a particular chapter. For example, I am showing you one book. It's not recommended. I am showing, I have, for example, this book. This is a book of Himalayan publication. In this book, I have some questions chapter wise. So what I have to do first, within 30 minutes, I will put a timer on my phone of 30 minutes, and within that 30 minutes, first I will thoroughly revise my notebook. Suppose my notebook contains 30 or 40 pages. Within 30 minutes, I just turn my pages of that notebook, and I will just look at the important points. Within 30 minutes, as much I can do, I will do. After that, I will close my notebook. After that, I will take my practice book. It may be book, it may be DPPs, it may be anything where you have questions from that topic. So I will start solving now. When I will be solving this, definitely I will get many questions wrong. I will make many questions wrong. Now, for example, I have 50 questions set. I found that only 10 questions I am able to counter. Okay, only 10 questions. So 40 questions, maybe these 40 questions are from those topics which are already in my notebook, but due to lack of revision, I'm unable to solve them. Now, as I have gone through these 50 questions, then I know that 40 type of questions, 40 type of topics that I don't know due to lack of revise. At this point, when you will open your notebook and start revise with the topics. Okay, for example, you have made one question wrong from Hess law. You read it in thermodynamics. So in Hess law, you have to study that Hess law entire topic from your notebook. For example, in your notebook, you will have the theory, you will have the equation, you will have some numericals. So read all that topic. Okay. After that, take another topic from the question itself. In this way, solve all questions topic wise. What will happen? You are making mistake on 40 questions. Now we will have 40 topics. You have scatteredly read 40 topics. It will make your revision effective and interesting also. Because in a question you are getting one problem and you are finding the solution in your notebook. So this approach will make your revision interesting. So in this way you can revise. One more bonus suggestion who have watched till this point is, suppose you are solving question. First you have been able to solve only 10 questions. So after these 40 questions you have to go again to those 40 questions. You have to read all those 40 questions. When you will solve those 40 questions, you will find that there are still some questions which you don't know. The theories are not in your notebook. So those things you have to cover by your own, searching in YouTube, searching in Google, whatever sources you follow. If one particular question from that segment is taking even 1 hour, that's absolutely okay, because that topic was not covered in your notebook or the source you follow. So you have to study that, you have to note that, you have to know that. If it is taking longer time, then it's absolutely okay. Thus, you can complete your entire revision of each and every chapter. And after solving that 50 question, you will be learning something new which were not in your notebook. You have to write that in a single page. You have to paste it after the chapter ends in your notebook. After that particular chapter itself, not in the last of the notebook, after that particular chapter. When the chapter ends, then you have to paste that. If you have blank page in your notebook, then write there only. If you don't have blank page there, write in a separate page, then paste it there. So one thing will be clear in your mind, that from one book I have solved question from this chapter. Whatever mistakes I have done, whatever new I have learned, I have noted down, and that is included in my notebook itself. So next time when you will be going to revise that chapter, then you will have those sections written after the chapter ends. So that will be beneficial for you. And sometimes we think that we have to read, we have to revise entire thing, but it is not. Sometimes some things, some topics are so easy that you don't even need to recall them, don't need to revise them. For example, I have told you first 10 questions you are able to solve. So those 10 topics, you remember that, right? So no need to revise that a lot, no need to give emphasis on them. So I think if you incorporate this technique in your preparation, then you will be able to solve much more questions with accuracy, and it will boost your revision, and it will discard your boredom for revision, and obviously it will increase your marks in your exam. Till then, have a nice day. Jai Shri Krishna. Radhe Radhe. All the best.